Good day, everyone. We are the Group 9 and we are going to report the Chapter 9 entitled Emerging Technologies in Information Security. Objectives are to discuss about Internet of Things and its uses, discover in challenges of IoT security, compare the difference of artificial intelligence and data analytics, understand the basic of artificial intelligence, explain about security and blockchain, and lastly is the quantum computing of cryptography. Internet of Things Security or IoT as a tools of enhancing cybersecurity and relatively new discipline. However, as a business enabler, it has matured into a well-defined set of use cases that solve pressing businesses problem and offer significant operational and cost benefits across various industries, including healthcare, retail, financial service, utilities, transportation, and manufacturing. The rapid growth of capability and adoption of IoT technology has led to a transformation in enterprise network and the rich data collected from these devices offer. As the world evolved, also technology is continuously emerging. So in IoT, that stands for Internet of Things, it is the network that interconnected with devices and objects that can be communicate and share data with each other through internet. Next is the IoT device. Devices represent the less well-known network-connected IoT devices includes printers, cameras, sensors, lighting, HVAC system, appliances, infusion pumps, handheld scanners, and more. So as you can see, I have here some picture represents some example of IoT devices. As you can see, we have here, as I said, a smartwatch, cell phone, heater, induction, refrigerator, washing machine, and so many more. There is also a devices which is wearable. For example, a smartwatch, which is I have right now. This smartwatch is connected to an application which is I have in my cell phone, and also for transportation, which is some of the cars right now as of now is more on censored and AI model. IoT devices are also useful in terms of healthcare, agriculture, and transportation, and also for a smart home. IoT security can be understood as a cybersecurity strategy and protection mechanism that safeguard against the possibility of cyber attacks, which specifically targets physical IoT devices that reconnected to the network. The overreaching challenges for security in IoT is that as large volume of diverse IoT devices continue to connect to the network and dramatic expansion of the attack surface is happening in parallel. Security terms are now faced with the new and the escalating challenges that are unique to IoT security, including number one is the inventory. Inventory is not having clear, visible, and context for what IoT devices are in the network and how to security manage new devices. For example, it is the device proliferation. Managing security for a large number of IoT devices in an inventory system can be challenging, as each device represent potential entry points for security threats. Two is threats. Threats is lack of embedded security into IoT devices operating system that are hard to impossible to patch. For example, is the diverse attack vectors and lack of standardization. Number three is the data volume. Data volume is the overseeing vast amount of data generated from both managed and unmanaged IoT devices. For example, the data overload. Number four is the ownership. New risk associated with the management of IoT devices by disparate teams within the organization. For example, the diverse proliferation ownership often involves managing a large number of variety of IoT devices, which potentially introducing security vulnerability. Five is diversity. Here, diversity of IoT devices in terms of their limitless form and function. Number six is the operations. Operations, the unification creases wherein IoT devices are critical to core operation yet difficult for IT to integrate into the core security posture.
Highest share of security issue, understanding AI basics. Exploit executed using techniques such as network scanning, remote code execution, command injection, and other are some of the most common attacks on an IoT device. Networking scanning is the process of systematically discovering and identifying active devices on computer network. Remote code execution refers to a security vulnerability that allows an attackers to execute arbitrary code or commands on a target system from a remote location. Command injection is a type of security vulnerability that occurs when attackers is able to inject and execute arbitrary command or code. Top IoT security threats: peer-to-peer commands and control or C2, communication and self-propagating IoT malware. Worms are two new attack tactics emerging on the IoT security horizon. In addition to using some of these time-tested attack tactics through obsolete and modern IT-based malware prevention. IoT bonnets aim to disrupt critical enterprise business operating by targeting decades-old legacy OT protocols. These are the example of the malware IoT botnets. For this example, we can see the user practice. We have the crypto checking, phishing, and password. And the red one was the network scan, remote code execution, command injection, butter overflow, others SQL injection, 0 day. And the blue ones was the botnet, the IoT botnet, the backdoor Trojan, we have 7%, and the ransomware and the IoT botnet is a network of comprised or infected Internet of Things device that can be remotely controlled by a cyber criminals for malicious purposes, such as distributed denial of service attacks, spreading malware, stealing data, and engaging in other types of cyber attack. The comprised device can include any device that can connect to the internet and communicates data, smart home appliances, camera, routers, and etc. Using artificial intelligence in cybersecurity, the enterprise attack surface is massive and rapidly expanding and evolving, depending on the size of your business, up to several hundred billion times. Varying signals must be analyzed in order to accurately calculate risk. There is an example: artificial intelligence or AI. Based tools for cybersecurity have emerged to help information security teams reduce breach risk and improve their security posture efficiently and effectively. Artificial intelligence or AI and machine learning have become critical technologies in information security. They are able to quickly analyze millions of events and identify many different types of threats. Artificial intelligence versus data is very popular, often misused buzzword at the moment, not unlike big data that cloud, IoT, and every other next big thing. An increasing number of companies are looking for ways to jump on the AI bandwagon. These are the example of AI system are alternative and dynamics. They are get smarter with the more data and they analyze, they learn from experience. These pictures are example of AI intelligence. The next is the data analytics or DA. On the other hand, is static process
that examine large data sets in order to draw conclusion about the information they contain. DA is a neither iterative, not self-learning.
Understanding AI. AI is refers to the technology that can understand, learn, and act based on accurate drive information. AI is the opposed to the intelligence of human or animals. It's a field of study of computer science that develops and study intelligent machine. AI works in three ways. We have the assisted intelligence, the integration or of artificial intelligence, the AI system, and the technologies into human-created workflows. So, ibig sabihin, assisted intelligence is we have includes the speech recognition software which can translate or transcribe spoken word into written text. That is assisted intelligence. The next was the augmented intelligence, which designs pattern for a human-centered partnership model of people that artificially intelligence working together to enhance cognitive performance, including the learning, decision making, and new experience. So, augmented intelligence is the subset of AI that uses machine learning and deep learning to process data and assist human making decision. So, augmented intelligence use machines to improve human to work better and smarter. So, augmented is an example of Google. And the next one was the autonomous. Autonomous intelligence is the artificial intelligence that can act without human intervention, input or direct supervision. It considered the most advanced type of artificial intelligence. This is the deep example of autonomous intelligence. We have the robots, the Tesla car, and the care robots for the elder. The next is machine learning. It uses statistical techniques to give computer system the ability to learn. Progressive improved performance works best when aimed to a specific task rather than wide recognition. And next was the expert system, are programs designed to solve problems within specialized domains. So, expert system in artificial intelligence, an expert system is a computer system emulating the decision making ability of human expert are designed to solve complex problems by reasoning through bodies and knowledge represented mainly as if the rules rather than through conversation. The next was the neutral networks, also known as artificial neural networks, OANS, or simulated neurals network, or SNS, are a subset of machine learning and are the heart of deep learning algorithm. Their name and structure are inspired by the human brain, mimicking the way the biological neurons signal to the one another. So the neural network is the biological of neurons, sometimes also called a biological neural network. One was the deep learning. Deep learning is a method of artificial intelligence that teaches computer to process data in a way that inspired by the human brain. So deep learning is the models can recognize the complex pattern in picture, text, sounds, and other data to produce accurate insight and prediction. The example of deep learning was the Google. The Google, there was a the voice, the voice search, the video search, picture search, na makikita mo na rin naman sa Google na merong, the style scanner na magsisearch ka din ng picture o you can click the picture para makita mo kung ano yung hinahanap mo. That's the deep learning na maibibigay sa iyo ng Google.
So next is applying AI to cybersecurity. So first, let us know what is AI. So when we say AI or artificial intelligence, it is transforming the cybersecurity landscape by providing advanced threat detection, response, and prevention capabilities. AI-powered system can analyze vast amount of data in real time, identify anomalies and patterns, and predict potential security breaches before they occur. So these technologies can also help organizations respond to incidents faster and more effectively by automating remediation process and reducing false positives. So applying AI is ideally suited to solve some of our most difficult problems, and cybersecurity certainly falls into that category. So with today's ever-evolving cyber attacks and proliferation of devices, machine learning and AI can be used to keep up with the bad guys. Automating threat detection and response more efficiently than traditional software-driven approaches. So at the same time, cybersecurity presents some of unique challenges. First is a vast attack surface. Second, tens or hundreds of thousands of devices per organization. Third, hundreds of attack vectors. Fourth, big shortfalls in the number of skillful security professionals. And lastly, masses of data that have moved beyond a human scale problem. So let's continue to the self-learning. So when you say self-learning, AI self-learning is AI-based cybersecurity posture management system should be able to solve many of these challenges. Technologies exist to properly train a self-learning system to continuously and independently gather data from across your enterprise's information system. The data is then analyzed and used to perform correlation of patterns across millions to billions of signal relevant to the enterprise attack surface. The result is new level of intelligence feeding human teams across diverse categories of cybersecurity, including IT asset inventory, threat exposure, control effectiveness, breach risk prediction, incident response, lastly, explainability. So first, let us know what is IT asset inventory. So when we say IT asset inventory, it's a gaining a complete, accurate inventory of all devices, user, and application with any access to information system. So categorization and measurement of business critically also play big roles in inventory. Next is threat exposure. Hackers follow trends just like everyone else. So what fashionable with hackers changes regularly? AI-based cybersecurity system can provide up-to-date knowledge of global and industry-specific threats to help make critical prioritization. Decision based not only on what could be used to attack your enterprise, but based on what is likely to be used to attack your enterprise. Next is control effectiveness. So, it is important to understand the impact of the various security tools and security processes that you have explained to maintain a strong security posture. AI can help understand where your InfoSec program has written and where it has failed. Next is breach risk protection. Accounting for IT asset inventory, threat exposure, and control effectiveness, AI-based system can predict how and where you are the most likely to be breached so that you can plan for resource and tool allocation toward areas of weaknesses. So breach risk prediction prescribed insight derived from AI analysis can help you configure and enhance control and process to most effectively improve your organization's cyber resilience. Next is incident response. AI-powered system can provide improved context for prioritization and respond to security alert. For fast response to incident and to surface threat poses in order to mitigate vulnerabilities to avoid future issues. And lastly, explainability. Key to harnessing AI to augmented human emphasis system is explainability of recommendation and analysis. So, explainability, this is important in getting buy-in from stakeholders across the organization for understanding the impact of various emphasis programs and for reporting relevant information to all involved stakeholders, including end users, security operation, CISO, auditors, CIO, CEO, and board of directors. Next, we go to blockchain security. So let us know what is blockchain security. In modern times, when everyone has access to technology, the security of our data has become a top priority. Security is especially important when discussing an open network, point-to-point, distributed ledger system like blockchain. So, what is blockchain security? We began by reminding ourselves about blockchain itself and what is. Blockchain is a So, what is blockchain security? We began by reminding ourselves about blockchain itself and what is. Blockchain is a distributed ledger technology designed to engender trust and confidence in an environment. Blockchain is a decentralized ledger system that's duplicated and distributed across a whole network of computer systems. It's allowed information access to all designated nodes or members who can record, share, and view encrypted transactional data on their blockchain. Blockchain is now a popular technology whose efficiency and potential are being accepted and recognized globally. Until now, we have primarily used blockchain in cryptocurrency system, smart contract, and Internet of Things technique. With a growing interest and demand for blockchain, it is becoming increasingly important to understand how blockchain system handles security. The purpose of blockchain network security and privacy is to protect the data and the ledger from the thief and forgery. Blockchain asserts that it is the most secure, immutable, and incorruptible network. But is this true? And if so, how does it do so? The goal of Gold blockchain security system is to keep important data out of the wrong hands while maintaining trust within the network.
Security attributes of blockchain. The blockchain is constructed to ensure a number of inherent security attributes such as consistency, resistance to a distributed denial of service (DDoS) attack.
Tamper resistant. Blockchain must be tamper resistant. No one should be able to tamper both the object within an active transaction or the historic data already stored in the blockchain blocks. Consistency. Blockchain should be achieved the consistency is a ledger. By this it means that the blockchain's record should get updated at the same time on all the nodes. Access the network and data. Another important security aspect in the blockchains is for the users to be able to access data that is on the blockchain and also have a property running network system always. Confidentiality of transaction. The whole point of having a robust security system in place for blockchains is to carry out point-to-point transaction without any third parties. This transaction becomes a topmost property. Confidentiality of transaction. The whole point of having a robust security system in place for blockchains is to carry out point-to-point transaction without the third parties. Acting as intermediaries, the security of the content of this transaction becomes a topmost priority. Anonymity of the user. Blockchain's user can keep their identity anonymous and still be part of the network. Resistance to attack. A blockchain's network is susceptible to different kinds of attacks. A security system must be so designed that it can be protect the ledger and contentments the and transaction from such as malicious attack and forgery. 4 key security concerns for blockchains. Number 1 is confidentiality. The basics idea behind using a blockchain's network is to allow trusted users to share information or important content. The confidentiality or of the information we are exchanging are critical. Integrity. Maintaining the data integrity means that it should not change in any way. The data sent by a user should arrive at the receiver in the same state. Non-repudiation. Non-repudiation refers to the inability to deny or accept responsibility for a transaction. Authentication. The authentication of the user is another critical security concern. In the blockchains, users may forge their identities in order to commit fraud. To prevent this from happening, proper user authentication is required.
Hashing and other security concepts in blockchain. Hashing, the most important part of blockchain security. Hashing is essential of blockchain security because it secures transaction data in such as a way that no one can access or change it. It is a cryptographic process used to protect data in a blockchain network. Hashing algorithm. Hashing algorithm is used in the blockchain design to ensure its security and integrity. Hashing of SHA-256 algorithm. There are various hash functions that are commonly used, such as MDS, SHA-1, and SHA-256. Blockchain transactions are commonly hashed using the SHA-256 secure hash algorithm. The 256 in SCHA-256 refers to the size of the output produced by the function, which is 256.
4 main properties of hashing. Collision resistant. It is a property of hashing which states that it is nearly impossible to find such two input values whose hash value input and output is the same. Deterministic hashing is a deterministic process, which means that a single input will always result in the same output. Irreversible. The process of hashing is an irreversible one. That is, once a value is hashed, we cannot get the original value from it. Quick. Hashing is input values to convert them into unreadable hash values is very quickly processed, therefore it saves a lot of the blockchain user and makes it secure network altogether.
Decentralized storage in blockchains. As we know, blockchains function on a decentralized network. Such networks has a peer-to-peer design where each node is capable of directly communicating with the another. How blockchain prevent fraud and data theft? There are certain defining aspect of blockchains that makes if fraud and data theft proof. One property of blockchain is securing the data by using cryptographic techniques. Even if someone tries to steal the data or change it in the blockchain, they have to recalculate the hash values for the entire chain. Preventing DDoS in blockchains. Distributed denials of service. DDoS attacks are attacks is which a distributed group of attackers repeatedly targets a single entity or server. Thank you.